Hey, welcome to Actual Spinster. My name is Anna Marie. Today I thought I would do a very ludicrous and definitely not achievable April TBR. I think partially because I just was recording what I was reading for the whole month of March in more of an intense way than I normally do, because I was kind of vlogging it-ish. That made me, I don't know, I guess feel like I can better follow a path, and I do have some stuff I want to kind of finish off sort of in response to that. So yeah, for some of these things there's context kind of in that vlog if you want to watch that, but obviously it's fine if not. I have a couple things that I started before that vlog, but that I was reading in the vlog and I didn't finish. So the first one of those is The Essential Diets to Watch Out For by Alison Bechdel. I definitely want to finish this in April. I'm halfway through and really enjoying it, so that's one. Then the other thing that I also kind of mentioned, but I actually didn't do any reading of this in the vlog in March, because I think I started it maybe in January or February, but that's Dr. Edith Vane and the Hares of Crawley Hall by Suzette Mayer. Yeah, I got 30 pages in and it was enjoyable so far. It's a surreal or absurd dark academia or academia kind of a thing. Let's see, I also did start reading this, The Sabbath by Abraham Joshua Heschel, and it's a pretty short book. It's about Shabbat and Shabbat observance and what Shabbat is. It's very, very beautiful so far. I've read about 25 pages and it's extremely poetic, and yeah, I really enjoy it. And as a big fan of Shabbat already, I was so yeah, but this I definitely want to finish this month, if not in the next week or so. I don't think I ended up actually mentioning this in the vlog because I was trying to make it not over an hour long, but this is a graphic non-fiction book called The Chagos Betrayal, Chagos, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, sorry. How Britain Robbed an Island and Made Its People Disappear by Florian Grosset. I think this either won or was shortlisted for the Bread and Roses fiction prize, radical politics writing prize. And yeah, I actually did start reading this, but I literally got 10 pages in, and 10 pages of something that's graphic is obviously way even less than 10 pages of a novel or something. But it is also pretty short, and it is a library book, and I'd like to get it back to the library so somebody else can read it, because I think it will be interesting and important to read and know. Okay, two books that I mentioned in the vlog but I never started, but I wanted to start soon, were Minerva, The Miscarriage of the Brain by Johanna Hedver. Yeah, looks very, very cool, and it is experimental, so it shouldn't take that long to read either. And also Cursed Bread by Sophie Mackintosh, which yeah, I'm excited to read. I do really like the title. Cursed Bread is a great title, I think. I did also mention this, Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun by Tola Kogu, and yeah, sorry, it's just a little bit shiny. It's a very nice sunny time. Yeah, so I mentioned this, it's a kids book and it just got longlisted for the July Prize, and it looked cute, and it's about Onyeka, who has superpower because she can control her hair with her mind, and then she goes to the Academy of the Sun, a school in Nigeria where Solari, children with superpowers, are trained. Yeah, it just looks fun and cute. I haven't mentioned this on my channel yet because I am sort of recording as I go and failing as I go, but I do have a TBR jar, but for non-fiction, that I do every 2 months, and this is my choice, one of the choices for March and April, and I didn't read it in March because I just couldn't start anything new then. But yeah, this is Free Coming of Age at the End of History by Leia Upi. It yeah, should be interesting, blah 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 blah. I also do have another TBR jar that I'm kind of vaguely doing, but not really, but kind of, and this was something I picked for it I think 2 months ago now, and I didn't get to it, but I would really like to read it, and that's 40 Lost Years by Rosa Maria Archambault, translated by Peter Bush, and it is about a young seamstress living in Barcelona who experiences the joy of the Second Republic and the crushing blows that fascism dealt to freedom throughout the second half of the 20th century. About the Spanish Civil War, and then also post-fascist rule, and also fascist rule. Again, this is quite a short one. I think quite a lot of these are short, which I guess is helpful. 5 are short. I do have this other book which is a graphic novel called Squire by Sarah Alfaqui and Nadia Shamas, which just kind of looks cute. It's about a girl who wants to become a knight, so she enlists in a competitive squire training program. Yeah, I think it's also a bit about colonization because she's from a recently colonized people, and her only way to citizenship is through becoming a knight, something like that. But yeah, I saw this on Badger Reads channel and I just thought it looked really cute, and I was obviously I'm in my graphic text, graphic book reading era, so I tried to track it down. Okay, I do actually have a couple of things that I need to read this month for my research and just kind of generally, I guess. But one thing I also mentioned in my reading vlog was that after reading Seaweed by Edith Ellis, that made me want to read Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence, because it came out after Seaweed but was obviously somewhat of the same story except from without some of the class politics, as far as I can tell from having not read Lady Chatterley's Lover. But that is on my list of things to read. I also have a book called Mona McLean, Medical Student by Margaret Todd, which I don't really think has like any kind of modern publishing thing. The Wellcome Trust has a copy of it on their website, which I will be reading. I also do have a bunch of like newspaper reading, so that's going to be happening alongside all of this. This is why this is like a ludicrous TBR, but there we go. And lastly, I also would like to at least get a start on We Have Been Warned by Naomi Mitchison, which I think will be a difficult novel to read, but also hopefully quite interesting. I guess like from this massive pile, I will tell you some of my priorities. Obviously, my research stuff is a priority, although the Lady Chatterley's Lover isn't as a priority in the way that Mona McLean or periodical reading is. I mean, I want to say these are priority, but they're not really. I think this chunk is like most priority because, yeah, then I will not be reading them anymore. Then I can return this to the library. I already started this and obviously I'm reading it for like, you know, my conversion to learn more about Judaism. I also did start this and I just would also like to kind of finish it. And then this for my non-fiction reading. I say all this and show you all of that load of books, and then of course like yesterday I'm not sleeping well at all and like blah blah blah, having a bad time, blah blah blah. So I started reading this. So that's adding to the pile. But this is Vox Machina Kith and Kin by Marieke Nijkamp. It's a critical role novel because I'm a loser. But this is certainly not priority. I'd literally just like, I couldn't sleep and I needed something. Cool, I think that's everything. Let me know if you've read any of these things or if I should prioritize different ones or what you're gonna read in April. And yeah, I will talk to you when I next talk to you. And I'm sure that when I update you on my April reading, we will all laugh at how foolish I was in this video. But it's okay because I know how foolish I am. Like, I know this isn't gonna happen, but it's also kind of like, it's useful for me to think about it in this way at the moment, I think. So, okay, bye.